So, y'all have voted. The people have voted. Y'all put in y'all's little requests, and y'all, I said, what story time would y'all like to see? And y'all said, all of them. I said, say less. I got you. Moving to Atlanta. Woo, y'all. Before we get into this video, I know that y'all already liking this content, so go ahead and press that like button and also subscribe while you're at it, because I'm gonna have a lot more content. I'm not sure what, but it's coming, so just subscribe to see. It's been 2 years. Like, I really can't believe that it's been 2 years. It's been great. Honestly, I've enjoyed it. I've met so many new people. I've learned so many new things. Like, I feel like a whole new person, y'all. Oh, like a whole new person. But it's been amazing. So let me start off with why I decided to move to Atlanta. Well, I went to school for media production. Atlanta is known for its media production, television, films, music. It's like the mecca of Black entertainment. The who, anyone that you need to know, they're here, okay? The networking, the events, just the people you need to get yourself in the room with, they're here. So it was pretty simple. Like, we just gonna move. Once we decided we were gonna move to Atlanta, we needed a plan. So our plan was we would get an Airbnb for a couple weeks until we could find jobs and a place to live. So that's what we did. We booked an Airbnb, and it was, as far as like cost goes, it was definitely more expensive than rent, but it was cheaper than like booking a hotel for that long. So just save your coins. All the stuff in our apartment, we weren't going to take it with us to Atlanta because who's going to move all that stuff? So we sold it. We literally sold our entire apartment on Facebook Marketplace, put that money in the bank, saved it up. We kept working, saving that money, and then February, when it was time to move, we, took all our money, took all our stuff, and we dipped. We peaced out. We went home for a little bit. We're from Richmond. So we went home, spent time with our families and everything, hugged them, kissed them, loved on them a little bit. And a couple days later, we were out. Actually, February 14th to be exact, we were out. So when the day finally came to move, we packed up the car with like some clothes. We drove my boyfriend's car here, and then my mom and her friend were able to bring my car here. So from Virginia to Atlanta, it's about 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours. When you stop, it's gonna be a little bit longer, but roughly about 7 to 8 hours. The ride was pretty smooth. We didn't have any issues. We only stopped a couple times. But when we pulled into town, I'd actually had an internship interview as soon as we got here. So as soon as we got off the road, I freshened up, I put some makeup on my face, slapped it. I slapped some makeup on my face, and I went into interview mode. Sis got the internship, okay? When we got to the Airbnb, it was interesting to say the least. One, it smelled like cat pee. There was dead bugs in the sink, y'all. It was, I swear, when I pulled the sheets off, I know that was blood on them sheets, y'all. It was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But, I mean, it had been a long day. We were tired. So, what did we do? Oh, okay, so we ran to Walmart, and we got those bags that you could, like, put the mattresses in. So we got like a plastic mattress bag, put the mattress in, like stripped the mattress, sprayed it with like antibacterial spray. This was pre-COVID, y'all, so we had some Lysol. We sprayed everything and like Febreze the place and all that stuff, and we just went to sleep. Like, we just went to sleep. It was too much. We were just gonna ignore it because it was like we already paid our money. We most likely wouldn't get a 100% refund, and we didn't have any money to just be giving out, shelving out. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, we ignored it. But that didn't last long, because I guarantee you, not even maybe 1 or 2 days later, we got a knock on the door. I don't remember what department they were from. Again, this was a long time ago, but it was the Homeowners Association of Georgia, I believe, telling us that the Airbnb that we were renting was not registered as an Airbnb. It was registered as a single family home, and it was not supposed to be used for hotel lodging purposes, aka Airbnb. And it was also registered as a single family home. We were staying in a duplex. So that means someone literally took a house, got a contractor, split that thing down the middle, and rented both sides out as an Airbnb. That probably explains why I heard the kicking and screaming literally through the walls, because we had another family staying on the opposite side of us, and I swear they had 6 kids, y'all, because we could hear everything they did. And then I could tell that it wasn't a real like duplex, because the staircase was so steep. Like, stairs are supposed to go like this, I don't know, like this, not like this. Like, the spiral staircase was literally a hole from the ceiling to through the floor. It was so ghetto, y'all. It was so ghetto. Like, after the cat pee smell, the bugs, the blood, just the ghetto, the department knocking on the door, we were like, yeah, that's it. I want a refund. Let's go. We're out. So we ended up going to stay with a friend. Thank God we had a friend. Shout out to you, Uncle Jordan. Shout out to you. We had a friend who we were able to stay with, and, you know, for the next couple of weeks, we really did just go looking at apartments, trying to find jobs and things. My boyfriend actually ended up getting a job before me, so he was going to work and I was going to look for apartments and things. But then after maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks, I was able to find us a apartment. It was awesome. It was pretty affordable. You know, the thing was, oh, in Atlanta you can get a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment for $700-800. Yes, if you want to live in a box, because Atlanta will rent you a box. Honestly, the renting experience was probably the hardest renting experience that I had, simply because I don't think they have the same like inspection laws that they do in Virginia. I don't know what it is, but they will rent you a freaking box in Georgia. Like, I'm talking, you walk in and it just stink. Like, that's one thing about me. Like, the smell, if it stink, I don't want it. I don't care. If it stink, I don't want it. And it stunk, I didn't want it. But eventually we found a place. The area was around East Cobb is where we first rented from, so that's a pretty good area if you're thinking about moving to Atlanta. So yeah, overall it was a great experience. I'm not gonna say great, because, you know, things could have gone better, but they also could have gone worse, and that's one thing I'm trying to learn, is that when things go bad, could have been worse. So if you want to move to Atlanta, here's some advice. 1, pack light. No, seriously, pack light, y'all. You don't know where you're gonna stay, and if what happened to us happens to you, like you go to one place and then you gotta move and then go to another place, and if that happens, you're gonna want to be able to move quickly and not have to, you know, move furniture or big items or anything. So my advice would be to get those blue reusable tote bags. They're Ziploc, and they help so much to be able to, like, you can carry them by the sides and they squish down, so you can put a bunch of clothes, you can put shoes, you can put really anything in there, and then you can pack a few of them into your trunk, into your back seat, even under your seat. So those are super helpful. Tip 2, save your coins, sis. I mean, like, duh, obviously save your coins, but how much you thought you needed, double that. Because unless you got a bank at home that can just send you some money when you run out, you're gonna need it. Okay? Like, we were lucky to have a friend that we could stay with, but if we didn't, we would have needed to get probably a hotel, because there most likely wouldn't be another Airbnb available in our price range, in a good area, and for the length that we needed it for that long, that close to the date. So just make sure you have a backup if you're going to use Airbnb. housing. If you're gonna move to Atlanta, do your research on the area that you're moving to. When you are looking for places to rent, they do have like a crime meter at the bottom typically, but I don't trust those, so I'll take the address and I'll go put it into a different crime searcher engine type thing. Just make sure you do your research, because you never know what could be going on around there. Like, I'm talking, oh y'all, I read some reviews that were just out of this world, like teenagers beating up the leasing managers, beware. Like, it was teenagers kicking in doors. It was scary, y'all. So say you pick this apartment complex, right? Go at night. Like, now currently we rent a house, and what we did was we saw the house. We were like, cool. I came, saw it. He went, he came, saw it, cool. But then we said, okay, it's 10 o'clock at night. Like, let's go back. Let's go sit in the neighborhood and see. And we were like, okay, cool. So we hear sirens, we hear gunshots. We can't stay here. We can't. Not gonna lie though, sirens are a normal thing in Atlanta, especially if you live off of a highway. So if that bothers you, whatever. And then when it comes to renting a house, double check the landlord, because I was working in property management when I first moved to Atlanta, and one thing that was extremely popular was landlords renting out houses but not actually owning the house. So you're paying rent to this person, you've been there for 30, 60 days or whatever, and then one day the police come to the door and they're like, you ain't supposed to be living here. And you like, well, I pay my rent. And they're like, to who? This house has been foreclosed. And you're like, foreclosed? So yeah. Just be careful, y'all. Really, just be careful. Like, people will literally do whatever they can to get over you. So just be careful. Tip number 4. It's extremely easy to listen to what other people have to say. Honestly, like, when I tell you how many people told me, like, Atlanta, why are you moving to Atlanta? Like, if it doesn't work out, like, you can always come back, right? I do. But guess what? It did. No, I'm kidding. I appreciate the people who, they really want people. It's in their nature to want the best for you and to put their own fears into you. But if you seriously believe that you have something that you want to get out there to the world, do it. Do it. And what's, like, honestly, in my head, my thing was, okay, if you the worst that can happen is that you move, you don't like it, and you move back. You go back home. Like, that's okay. Now that I'm here, I'm like, I love it. It's great. I love it. But that's, like, you have to tell yourself that, like, everything that you do, you can undo it if you don't like it. But just try. Like, at least put yourself out there. Say that you tried, because, I mean, why not? We only have one life to live, and God didn't put us on this life to be mediocre. Okay? He put us on this, God did not put us on this planet to be mediocre, so you go after your dreams. If you want to move to the A, move to the A. Tip number 5. Don't be like me. Don't be a loner. Take time to make friends, okay? As we get older, it's harder and harder to make friends. So, those little interactions that you think, oh, she's cool, he's cool, get their number. Like, ask them if they want to go get dinner. Like, ask them if they want to do lunch. Like, don't be afraid to reach out to someone if you feel a genuine connection. Like, if they encourage you, if they empower you, if they make you feel good, then those are the type of people you want to be around, okay? So that is all about the time that I moved to Atlanta. It was a boom boom and a zoom zoom, and we did that thing, okay? If you liked this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and you'll see more content from me. Honestly, I don't know what kind of content, but you'll see something. We're still figuring it out, but if you guys go along on this journey with me, I'm sure that you'll enjoy it, because I have.